Hello guys, till this point we have developed our login application as well as fully functional WhatsApp application. Okay, I'm expecting that you have developed those application and then only you can watch this video, because we have covered almost all the things that are common for developing a professional and beautiful looking software. Done. We have developed how to develop front end and also how to write the back end for various applications. Now from this video, what we are going to do, we are going to see some applications and we are going to focus only on those things which are specific to that particular application. And I'm not going to tell you all the common things that we have covered before this video. Done. So in this video, we are going to develop mobile wallet. For example, PhonePe, Google Pay, Paytm, and all those apps which you use to perform some transaction from your account to someone else user's account. Okay, so for that particular application, we are going to refer the PhonePe application. If you have one PhonePe application, don't worry, you can refer any application, Google Pay, Paytm, etc. Okay, so so basically PhonePe is a mobile application. Okay, we don't have any desktop application for PhonePe, but we are going to develop PhonePe's desktop application by referring to its mobile app. Okay, so let's analyze the PhonePe app and let's see what are the common things that we can develop and what are the special things that we need to see in this video. Done. So here you can see in the top section you have 4 options. Okay, that is to send the money to your particular contact, then to send the money to some bank account, to self, that means to top up your balance, or you can check your bank balance. Done. So we are going to develop the code for these 4 accounts, and also there will be homework of this, that is to display the particular history of this user. Done. To display all the transactions. So this is going to be homework, but we are going to focus on to send the money to particular contact, or there is a special function that is nothing but the QR code. Okay, so see, after tapping on the QR code image, now I can scan any QR code and I can send money to it, the account which is linked to that QR code. This is nothing but a special functionality in this app. So we are going to focus on this functionality, and I hope rest of the functionalities you can develop by your own. Don't worry, I'm going to explain all the functionalities. I'm going to show the code as well, but I'm not going to write the code in front of you because it will increase the video's time unnecessary. We have covered all those things. Okay, so we are going to focus on this QR code thing. But let's see, if I click on to contact, so I will get all the user cards. We have seen how to get user cards. Okay, so you have to do this. You need to create a database where the users are registered and fetch all the users from the database, and you can develop this user card image. Similarly, here you can see in the right corner of any user card, there is a date of the last transaction between logged in user and that particular user. Similarly, in the bottom of the user card, you can see the last transaction between those 2 users. We have seen all these things in WhatsApp. Just in WhatsApp, there was a last message and new message count. Here, the last date of transaction and the last transactions amount. You need to do that. Okay, I'm not going to tell you how to do that. So if I click on any user, okay, then I am going to its chat section where I can chat with user or I can send money. If you are not going to develop the chat section, it is purely okay. So here I can write any money and then I can pay it to that particular user. Okay, so after clicking on pay, the money will be deducted through my account. If I have that much of balance, then only it will be deducted through my account and that particular amount will be added to that particular user account. I hope you can do this. Okay, these are nothing but 2 simple queries. Deduct the money from my account, add the money to that particular user's account, and if I click on the bank balance should be displayed. Okay, now this was the analysis of PhonePe, and now we are going to develop this PhonePe in our desktop app. Now let's see the desktop application that I have created. Okay, so this is nothing but the login form again. Okay, now I hope you can create this login form effortlessly by just copy pasting the code. Okay, so let's sign up the user. Here I'm not taking the DP. If you want, you can take it. Okay, no problem over there. So I'm going to sign up me. And this is the new thing. Okay, so top up amount, that means initial balance. What balance I am going to add initially. Okay, so I want to add the initial balance as 10,000. Okay, after that I will press sign up, and it is going, and I have signed up perfectly. Now this is the new thing. Okay, so basically what let's see the database over there. So I have a database of PhonePe. Okay, and this is the table. Okay, I will just describe it. Okay, so I have email as my email, then name, then password, Then the balance that we have just seen, that is nothing but the top up amount. And last, we have a QR code, that is nothing but image. So after signing in, we need to add this value, as well as we need to create a QR code and add that QR code to our database. Okay, so this is the task. So I have signed up. So let's see whether my QR code is there or not. Yes, you can see blob over here. That means my QR code is generated and it is stored in the database. So now we have two tasks: create the QR code and transfer that QR code to database. Also, we have the third task, which is, if you see the mail, I have got the registration confirmation. We have seen how to send the mail, but the different thing is that in a mail, I am attaching that QR code to user, so that the user can have its QR code on its phone also, through which he can send that QR code to anyone. Okay, so this is the third thing we need to do. So let's start from the first thing, that is to create the QR code. Now, okay, so now here I am not going to write all the code because it will increase the video. I will just show you the code, what are the code, and then we will analyze the code. Okay, so I'm closing that. So done. So for QR code generation, we are going to use the external library called as Zinc. So to install that library, go to your Solution Explorer, then go to PhonePe, that is nothing but your project, and okay, right click over there, go to Manage Nugget Packages. Nugget is nothing but a package manager which will help you to install all the external libraries. Okay, so go to Nugget Package Managers, and here you can see I have installed 4 external libraries, in which Zing.net, this is responsible for QR code, and these 3 are responsible for accessing webcam. We will see how to access the webcams using this library, but for now install all these 4 libraries over here. So you can go to browse and you can search these names over there, okay, and install those. After installing, you will get all the libraries in the install tab. Okay, so pause the video over here, install those libraries, and then come back. Okay, now we will see in the registration form. After clicking on send button, we need to fire the query. So this is nothing but the my database connection object. Then yeah, here. So look at my query. Insert into values. What we need to pass? Email, name, password, balance, and a QR code. Done. We need to we know how to insert email, name, password, and balance. So what I did, I have updated the placeholders with their respective values, and now let's create the QR code first. So for that, okay, there is a special class of the library we have installed, that is nothing but barcode writer. We are going to create an object barcode writer of this class, and this object will help us to create our QR code. Perfect. So as our image is QR code, you need to specify the format as barcode format dot QR code. Okay, now our object is ready to create the QR code. So this is the line to create the QR code, but before that, let's analyze one thing, what QR code represents. Okay, we need to see that. So QR code is nothing but a pictorial format of any text. Yes, you heard it right. QR code is an image which represents certain text. That means every QR code has certain text. Okay, now while developing the QR code, we need to specify what text you need to create. You need to transfer to your QR code image. So in our case, what will be the text? You are going to tell me, I'm not going to tell you. Pause the video over here, analyze these things, and tell me what is going to be the text. Welcome back, guys. First of all, congratulate yourself if you figure out the answer. If not, focus here. Okay, so I have seen many guys while developing such application, they get fascinated by that thing that I am going to develop a QR code. Okay, so see, all the things that you get fascinated by, that that are nothing but using the camera to scan QR code, to develop QR code, or any other things that are some special and not common things. Okay, so for that you have to use external libraries which is written by some external parties. For in our case, we are using that Zinc library, which is written by that particular company. Okay, so whenever you see such things, don't focus on writing design-less code, because every design-less code is nothing but a bug on the paper. Okay, so that particular code will not help you. Also, I'm not expecting you, that is, if you are using the external libraries, I'm not expecting you to know the code, because you are going to use their code to develop your image. So for these purposes, there is a Google. So just go to Google, write down the thing that is I need to perform this particular application through this particular library. Then Google will provide you the code. Okay, so this particular 3 lines I have also copied from Google. Okay, so just don't worry about the code, focus on the logic. So in our case, logic is what text should be written to the QR code. Now, to get answers for this type of question, okay, you have to analyze entire application, and in that application, on which buttons click or in which particular part you are going to add this code. For example, the QR code you are going to use while transacting some money to you other user. That means what you are going to do, you are going to open your camera and you are going to scan QR code. After scanning it, your money will be transacted to that particular user. That means QR code represents that user. So you need to add text to the QR code which represents that user. Perfect. Now let's see in the database what are the details we have for each user. Okay, so see. So for each user we have email, name, password, balance and QR code. We need to set one of these things to our QR code. Done. Now see, name. If we set the name to QR code, okay, and let's say another user has registered with the same name Prathamesh. So after scanning QR code, you will get Prathamesh over there. And now how you can decide to whom you need to send the money? Okay, because Prathamesh is the string which is conflicting over there. Similarly, you cannot set password, balance and QR code, but you can set email to your QR code because email is our primary key which is unique to that particular user and which represents that user. So after scanning QR code, if you get the email, you can perform the query. Done. To add the money to that particular email and to deduct the money from logged in email. So the answer is email. That means we are going to see here. So barcode.write email tb.text. So our barcode will represent the user's email. Also, see, now after creating the barcode, we have 2 tasks remaining: to send that barcode to email, also to add the barcode to the database. So for these 2 tasks, what I am doing, I am saving that barcode as qr.bmp in my particular laptop or in my file browser, you can say. Okay, so after this line, our barcode is created and it is saved as qr.bmp in our file browser. Now let's perform the next task, that means to add that QR code to our database. Now QR code is nothing but an image and we know how to add image to database. First we need to convert that image to the byte array and then we will add that byte array. So this is nothing but the converter, then convert to byte array, and what I am passing, again I am creating the QR code here, or you can use that qr.bmp file also. Okay, so I am converting it to the array and I am adding QR code as QR data. And now time to send the QR code as an attachment for email. Okay, so in the last video we have developed function for sending email, but in this video what I have done, I have created a class called as mail sender, because here I need to send emails through various forms. Okay, so instead of copying pasting all the code to all the forms, what I did, I created the class so that I can use that class to any form. Okay, so here you can see the mail sender. Where is that class? Yes, so mail sender, and in the constructor I am receiving recipient, subject and body. Now there is a slight change in the code. So here now what we are going to do, we are going to attach that QR code as an attachment to our email. So this is the code for creating the mail object which will have from, that is mean the sender, then to, subject and body, and these are the 3 lines to add the attachment to your email. So here I am passing qr.bmp, that means read the image and add that image as an attachment, and after that you can send the email. Done. So this is the new code that you need to write. Okay, so just pause the video over here, write down the code and then come back. Okay, so yes, so here I am creating that particular mail sender object. I am passing email tb.text, then subject and body to that object so that the mail will be sent. And after sending the mail, I am performing the query. After performing the query, the QR code will be added to database as well as we have sent the QR code. So we don't require that particular qr.bmp file now because it has saved on my laptop, and as I have sent it to user, I don't require it. So what I did, I have deleted the file. Done. And this was the code for creating QR code, adding it to database and also sending the QR code as an attachment to user. Done. So stop the video over here and write the code till here, then we will see the main form. Okay, so main form, yes. Okay, so let me just run the application so you will get all the designing part. So pvbarbe29@gmail.com 1 2 3 4. So here you can see I have fetched my details from the database. Then I have displayed the QR code over here. Here is my name and here is my email ID. And now I have three options. Here I have not focused on the front end things because it will again increase the video time unnecessarily. You can develop the front end. I know I have taught you how to develop the front end in WhatsApp video. Okay, same front end you need to create. So now see, if I click on the contact, I get two options. That is email to whom I need to send the money and the amount that I am going to send. And after clicking send button, this particular amount will be deducted from my account and will be added to that email's account. Okay, so this is the first thing. Let's see the code for this. Okay, so see, this is my main form. This is the picture box to contact, and here I have used some new particular method to display the front end. Okay, you will get that. So what I did, I created a new form called as to contact, in which email, amount and send are there. And what I am doing, okay, so after clicking on the to contact, I am displaying that form in this panel. Okay, you have just saw that. So to display the form in panel, this is the code. Okay, so I am creating the object to contact FRM to new contact. I am passing the logged in email to that object, so that in that particular class we will have the access to logged in email. And here this is the additional code that I am writing, top level equal to false, topmost equal to true. And see, now I have to show that form in my panel. Okay, so this is the code for that. So from dot size, that means adjust is size according to panel's width and panel's height. And this dot parent panel, that means my name for panel is parent panel, dot controls dot add, and add that form to that particular panel, and form dot show. So after these lines, the form will be shown in that particular panel. Done. And let's go to the to contact. So here I got the logged in email through our main form. So what I am doing, so see, I need to update the logged in emails balance as well as the email TB's balance. Okay, so I am firing two queries. So here the query you can see, I will just, yes. Okay, so update table name, that is nothing but user, set balance equal to balance plus amount given by user, where email equal to current user. That means I am adding that particular amount to balance for the current user. Okay, so I have add this parameters, as well as after I am firing the query. If this is successful query, then what I am doing, I am deducting the balance from logged in email. So query will be update user set balance equal to balance minus amount, where email equal to logged in user. Done. So after that I am firing the query again, and if rows affected equal to 1, that means all the both the queries are fired, and both the queries are fired good. So transaction successful. And after that I am sending two emails. First to logged in user, that is what I am sending. You have sent that particular amount to the current user. Also I am sending the mail to current user that you have received this particular amount from logged in user. Okay, so I am just creating the object of the mail sender class that we have just seen, and I am passing the recipient, body as well as subject to this class. Okay, done guys, written the code. Now let's perform the operation. Okay, so for that we will require two users. So I have added one more user, Tulsidas, where I have set the balance to 1000, and now let's transfer the amount from Prathamesh to Tulsidas. Okay, so yes, I am going to log in through my account. Done. Then I will press the to form, and that form will be displayed in my panel. Okay, so you can see the form is displayed in my panel. Then patil.tulsidas@gmail.com, and as I have balance of 10,000, let's transfer the 5,000. So send. Okay, so transaction successful. Now let's check in the database. Okay, so select users. Perfect. Now you can see 5,000 has been deducted from my account. Similarly, 5,000 has been added to Tulsidas account. We are done, right? But here we forgot to write one thing, but now I am not going to write it. I am giving you as a homework that before sending the money, check whether this user has that particular amount in the database or not. If I have amount of 1,000 and I am trying to send 5,000, you should restrict me. Okay, so this will be the homework for you guys. Now we are going to focus on the main thing, that is scan QR code. Okay, I will demonstrate you how the front end is working and how we will analyze what will be the back end, and then we will see the code. Okay, so let me just run it. So let's transfer money from Tulsidas account to my account. Okay, Tulsidas 100. Done. So we are in Tulsidas account. Here it is the barcode of Tulsidas. QR code. And I have my QR code on my phone. Let me just open it. And now see. Now I am going to click on the scan QR code. Done. Here you can see the new form has opened, which has one combo box where the text is set to integrated webcam. That means I am displaying the video through my laptop's webcam. Okay. If I have some external webcam attached to my laptop, that name will be displayed over here. Okay, since I have one webcam only, it is integrated webcam. Now, if I click on the scan QR code, okay, you will see the form has opened, which has all the cameras that I attached to my laptop are there. So I have one camera that is integrated webcam. So in this picture box, the video from integrated webcam is showing. And now what I have to do, since I have logged in through Tulsidas account, I am going to send money to my account. For that purpose, I will require my QR code. So this is my QR code, which I got through email while registering it. Similarly, Tulsidas has got his QR code. Okay, now see carefully. I will click on the scan code. Okay, new form is created in which I have all the options of cameras which are connected to my laptop. Since I have only integrated webcam connected to my laptop, it is showing me integrated webcam. And in this picture box, you can see my video, which is captured by my webcam. Okay, now as I have logged in through Tulsidas account, what I will do, this is my QR code that I got on my email while registering. What I will do, I will show this QR code to webcam, and can able to transfer amount to my account since he is using my QR code. Done. So see carefully, I am not going to show my QR code to webcam. So here you can see, okay, so it is reading the QR code, and after reading the QR code, webcam has stopped. Okay, it has the valid QR code image. Also, you can see amount text box here. That means since the QR code is valid, now you can enter the amount. Okay, so let's say 100, and I will press the center. So transaction successful. Okay, I will close this window, and let's see in the database whether we have the transaction or not. So before the performing the transaction, balance was 500, 600. I have transferred it the 100 rupees. So let's see, select. And here you can see 510 and 5100 and 5900. That means our transaction is successful through the QR code. Perfect. Now we are going to see how to read the QR code and what was the code behind this. Okay, so before that I will close this, and let's see. Okay, so after clicking this, what I am doing, I am opening a new form, that is send to QR, the form name is, and I will QR.show. This will display the form. You can see I am not writing this dot hide. So the QR code form will be showed on top of that main form. Okay, so let's go to the QR code and see what the code is. So send to QR, yes. So here you can see in the front end I have one combo box to display all the available cameras. Then this is nothing but the picture box, and these are the text boxes and button. So the default visible property of this text box and button is false. Okay, and the picture box name is QRPB. Also the combo box name is what is the name? Camera CB. Okay, now analyze what we have to do. After loading the form, okay, first thing we have to search for all the connected cameras to my laptop. Then add all those cameras in our camera CB combo box. Set the default camera to the first camera, that is integrated webcam, and start capturing the video in our picture box. Okay, so these are all the tasks that we need to do on form load method. So here you can see the code for it. Okay, so I will just double click. I am in the scan QR code load method. Okay, so for that we are going to use the external library aforge video that we have installed at the start. So aforge video have some predefined classes. So these are two classes that I am going to use. First is filter info connection, and second is video capture device. So filter info connection is used to filter all the cameras that are attached to my laptop, and video capture device is used to capture the video from particular device. Perfect. And the third object I will needed is the reader object of class barcode reader. We have seen the barcode writer class. Now since we need to read the QR code, you will require barcode reader class. Okay, so see, also one thing, while creating the form, I am passing logged in email to that form through constructor. So now in QR code I have logged in email over here. Perfect. And the current email we will read from QR code. So see, in the QR code load method, so this is nothing but the object that we have created. So filter info connection equal to new filter info connection. That means we are now populating the object. Okay, in the class variable we have just declared it, and now we are creating the memory for that object using new. We have seen this. Okay, so see, new filter info connection, and what we need to pass all the connected devices. So filter category dot video input devices. That means we are creating an object to filter all the video devices. Done. And now what we have to do, so for each filter info device in filter info connection, that means filter info connection will have all the names of all the video capture devices. So iterate over the array and add each devices to our camera CB combo box. So for each filter info device in filter info connection, camera CB.item.add device name. Okay, so after that all the devices will be listed in camera CB. Again, one thing I have to mention, this code is not written by me. Yes, since we are using the external library, I have copy pasted the code from internet. I am just explaining you what the code is doing. Okay, so after adding all the indexes, we have set the camera CB's index to 0. That means the first device will be set as to default device, and now we need to capture the video from that device and show that video into picture box. Okay, so I have created the memory for video capture device. Perfect. Now video capture device equal to new video capture, and what I am doing, I am passing the camera cb.selected index. That means video capture device will connect to my default video device, that is nothing but my integrated webcam of my laptop. Okay, so don't worry, I have provided you the code, just copy paste the code. And now see what we have to do, we have to display the video captured by webcam into picture box. So this line has two contradictory statements, that you need to display video in picture box. Picture box can contain only picture only, right? How we can display video in picture box? It is not possible. Okay, so we have to do the jugaad for it. Yes. So what I am doing, so video capture device has a new frame event which will be called whenever the new frame is captured. So what I am doing, I am attaching a function to that event. That means whenever new frame is captured, this function will be called. Okay, so the function name is final frame underscore new frame. Okay, and after attaching the function to event, I am starting my webcam. Also I am starting the timer. We will see why we require timer. Now first focus on the final frame new frame. So this is the function final frame new frame, in which will be called whenever new frame is detected. So what we have to do, after new frame is detected, catch that particular frame. Now frame is nothing but picture. Okay, so catch that frame and display it into our picture box. So here you can see event args.frame.clone. That means clone that frame, convert it into bitmap, that is nothing but picture, and show that picture into our qrpb.image. This is nothing but text box. So after every frame, my picture box will have updated value, and it will look like we are capturing the video in picture box. Okay, so stop the video over here, write down this much of code, and then we will see the code for reading the QR code. Done guys. Now let's see how we can read the QR code. So whenever we have started the picture box and the integrated webcam, now user will show his QR code to our webcam, and we need to continuously check whether the QR code that user is showing is valid or not. That means after every certain time we need to perform the same code. For that you can use the default timer from .NET. So just go to it. Timer is nothing but one UI element. So double click on this timer UI element. Here you will get the timer. Okay, so this timer has one property set as interval in millisecond. So 1000 millisecond, that means 1 second. So after every 1 second, the tick event will be called of this timer, and we need to add a function for that tick event. So in the events, you can see tick event, I have attached the function timer1.click. So after every second, this function will be called, and we need to write the code for reading the QR code in this function. So see, here you can see. Okay, so here you can see I have created one bool variable valid QR and I have set it to false. Okay, so see, if not valid QR, that means we have not got the valid QR code, then perform the code. So this is the code to decode the QR code, and after decoding we will store that particular string, which is email, in the variable result. So result, that is the special class of Zinc library. So result equal to reader.decode. Okay, and we need to read the QR code from qb.image. Perfect. So if this is the valid QR code, result will contain our email that has embedded in QR code. And if it is not a valid QR code, then result will contain null. So what we are doing, if result not equal to null, that means the result has the valid QR code's value. Okay, first we are stopping the camera. Perfect. Now we don't need to scan anymore. We got the QR code. After stopping, what I did, valid QR code equal to true. That means I got the QR code. And I am just now, what QR code represents the email. So what I am doing, I am storing that email to current email variable. So I have declared this current email variable as class variable. So current email equal to result.string. Now in current email variable, I have the receiver's email. Okay, and then I am setting the visible property of all the text boxes and button to true. Perfect. Now I have the current email as well as the logged in email, and now I have to send the money from logged in email to current email. The code we have already seen. Okay, so I will just, so this is the code that we have seen, and we have attached this code to our send to contact form also. So the code is same. What you can do, you can create a class also for this code, and through this particular, that send to QR code and send to contact send buttons code, you can create the object of that class, and you can call the method for that class where you can write this code. Okay, so I'm not going to explain you the code because this is the same code. So the code is done. Just I want to make sure one thing, that you have written this code on the closing event of the form. Okay, so while closing, you need to stop the webcam. Okay, if you don't written this code, it will be a blunder and you have to start your laptop again. Okay, so make sure you have written this code in the closing event. Okay, so this is it, guys. This was the code to perform the transaction between two users. But I have some homework for you. Okay, so I will show you. We have seen the code for to contact and scan QR code. Now your part is write the code for check balance. It is very simple. You have to just fire one query. Also add one more facility, that is history facility. So basically, while performing the transfer between two accounts, log that particular transfer in some table, like we have seen in the messages table from WhatsApp. Likewise, log all the transaction in your table, let's say transaction, and if user has pressed history, display all the transactions of this user. Okay, so this thing you have to do. This is the second thing. Also, you can add a share button over here. Okay, to share this QR code to the email ID provided by user. This is the third thing you have to do. Okay, so pause the video over here, do these things. Okay, and if you have observed, now you can develop any application which has webcam functionality, also QR code functionality. Okay, don't restrict yourself to only one application. Think by yourself where you can use this functionality, in which application you can add a functionality like this. Okay, so you have to do all these things. And the last things, while developing the software, you might have seen that we are performing all the transactions on our local database. That means we are not actually transferring amount between two users' bank account. Even we don't link our software to any bank, because I have access to my database. Similarly, all the banks have their database which has all the data of user. Now I don't have access to bank's database. That's why I can't transfer money from one bank account to another bank account. For that, you will require the access to bank transfer database, and it has some legal procedures that you have to do. If you think that you can build a beautiful app than PhonePe or Google Pay or Paytm, definitely go for it. Okay, so go to bank account and inquire what are the legal procedures that you have to do for it. Now we have developed all types of application with all its prerequisites. We have developed how to develop front end, also the back end. Done. So now in the next video, there will be a project for you where you have to create one application that I am going to show you. Okay, so be habitualized and be ready to code by your own and think logically while writing the code. Okay, so do these things and we will meet in the next video. Thank you.